It's been a few weeks since our last fan mail. I've crossed the country since then, and I've collected some mail, so let's get to it. First up, we've got a package from frequent mailer Daniel Skinner. What do we have in here? And I did a few Q&As this weekend where he chimed in saying that he'd bought me some stuff. So I have a mild idea what's in here, but let's see what it is. And we have the perks of being a Wallflower. He did, in fact, tell me he was sending this movie, but it was unclear if he was sending it to me or Cody Leach, who I was hanging out with, and he sent it to me. And this is a movie I have not seen before. And given Ezra Miller's fame over the last 10 years or since this movie came out, and how many people have told me it's really good, it's one that I've known I've needed to watch. It's of intrigue because of their growing fame, but I have not seen this movie yet, so potentially now I can check it out. Next up, we've got Amazon. This is just my actual mail. What on earth is this? And then it was just my mail got mixed up with my fan mail. So that is not for this. Another one, Amazon package. What do we have in here? And oh, okay, I think I know. Okay, yes. Alrighty. So it does. I don't think there's a note in it, but I know who sent this one to me because I actually met him in person. This is from CM Waters, frequent viewer, fan mailer, supporter on Patreon, and I did a fan meetup last Thursday for Uncharted in Savannah, Georgia. He showed up and he asked if I had received this, but I hadn't obviously opened it until I got back from the trip. I was like, I haven't. I was like, okay, what I wonder what that is. And it's the extended cut. Let's see if I can get this to zoom. There we go. The extended cut of The Punisher. And if you don't know what this is about, basically, they put out this extended cut of this movie on DVD, and it adds like 30 minutes, fleshes out the characters. It's a movie known for a bit of a thin plot. Certain character motivations are a little bit unclear, but they put out an extended cut with a bunch of extra special features with a animatic of the intro to the movie. And they haven't put that on Blu-ray. So I bought the Blu-ray, but I was hoping to watch the extended cut of it. And I used to have a copy, but I got robbed back in December of 2007. I got robbed. It was right before my 1-year anniversary, and we got totally cleaned out. They stole a bunch of my DVDs, and so I lost my copy of this. And he was listening in the video when I said all of that and found one on Amazon and sent me the director's cut. That is very cool. I love it when people are listening to the little details and figuring out the thing that I want in there, like that little thing that's missing. Very cool. Nice catch. Thank you so much for that. And then we have one more package, but it is a doozy from frequent fan mailer, Some Neat. And this is one that he's been hyping up to me for a little bit. He told me to open it last whenever I opened everything up, but he really hyped this one up. So let's see what we've got in here. Okie dokie. It is a box filled with Blu-rays and 4Ks. So I will just start trying to make my way through it. Woo! Ugh. Holy guacamole. Okay. First up, got the 4K for Candyman. I believe someone else might have sent this one to me. I'm pretty sure I got this one in my fan mail last month. So unfortunately, a little bit of crossover there, but still greatly appreciated for the gesture on this one. But I think someone had actually sent it to me in my fan mail last month. Next up, we got the 4K of Angels and Demons, the second movie in the, what's that, Robert Langdon is, I think, the character, based on the Da Vinci Code series, basically. And so, actually, the Da Vinci Code is a book. I read it in one sitting. I was flying back to college in Columbia, South Carolina from here in Texas, where my family's at, and I got stuck in Atlanta overnight, and I was just, my personality, I can be pretty passive about things, and I don't like to inconvenience others. I don't like to be put in weird situations. So somehow this ended up leading to me not getting the free hotel that they gave me. I just stayed on the bench at the hotel. And it was me with a laptop with like 2 hours of battery and a copy of the Da Vinci Code. Like, that's all I had. And so I would listen to like one song every 20 minutes. And I was just sitting there. I was a little bit scared because I guess they like, opened up to the public. So there's like a lot of homeless people coming. It was just kind of like a very intimidating environment for someone that's kind of a little bit more reserved and passive like I am. And so I just sat there and I read the Da Vinci Code in that one sitting, and then went to class the next day on no sleep when I was able to finally get to Columbia, South Carolina. Then we have a 4K of Braveheart. Braveheart is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. Just a great drama, great war movie, great performances, great epic gnarly battles. And he sent me this one, nice one that kind of fits into a recent announcement. The Star Trek trilogy in 4K for the Kelvin timeline. That is the J.J. Abrams timeline. And they announced last week a fourth movie is coming with this cast. Oddly enough, then a couple days later, a bunch of the representatives for this cast were like, we haven't heard anything about it, but cool, but probably should reach out to us to see if we're free to do it. So I've had a lot of fun with those ones. I have my issues with them, but I also have had a lot of fun with them, and hopefully the new one can win me back a little bit. I've certain things about them with time and Bad Robot and some of the other things they've done have soured me a little bit on just as a whole, the Bad Robot brand. Hopefully this one can win me back a little bit. Then we've got White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen. So there's two movies about the White House being attacked and then people having to battle through both. So two versions of Die Hard at the White House. One from Roland Emmerich, one from Antoine Fuqua. And I've seen Olympus Has Fallen quite a bit more because I think just for the genre it fits Antoine Fuqua a little bit better. And then just Gerard Butler doing that kind of movie. I think he's just a really good action star that just kind of oozes macho, masculine charisma. That's what I was trying to say, about to say chemistry. Is like, that's not the right word. Macho, masculine charisma. And so he fits those ones well. So I've only seen White House Down one time. So I was team Olympus Has Fallen. Also because it had sequels, there was reason to rewatch some of them. Then, okay, I don't need to talk too much about this because it told me the story on this one, but the actual Da Vinci Code, an example of a time where I actually did read the book before the movie came out. And so I was one of those people kind of comparing it to it, like, actually in the book, well, this is what happened, which I'm not normally the person that is doing that, but in this case I am. All right, a couple new releases that are fun picks to have in here. We got No Time to Die, the new Bond film. I loved it. I thought it was a great send-off for this version of Bond that fit what they were doing with this interpretation. And so thank you much for sending this one to me. And along those same lines, we got Halloween Kills with the extended cut. I actually don't know what the extended stuff is. I don't know what the alternate ending is. And so I'm curious to check all of that out because I heard murmurs on Facebook and all the horror groups I'm in about it, but I had fun with it as Carnage Candy. I had some issues with the story and some elements about it, but it was one that I certainly had fun with. I had the enjoyment, the experience that you're supposed to have with those ones. Well, like I said, some plot stuff, stretching things out. I did have some of those issues, but I got the kills I wanted. We have Wolf of Wall Street in 4K. I've only seen half of this movie. I've never seen the whole thing, so now it's been on my radar. Everyone tells me I have to watch it. Everyone tells me how great it is, and I just haven't seen all of it. And as of this week or late last week, they announced a release date for Scorsese's next movie, and it's November of this year. So I've been saying for a long time, whenever his next movie comes out, ta-da, Scorsese ranking. Which means that he's got 30 movies, all of them are long, all of them are heavy. I can't binge that in a month like I can with the Halloween movies. So, starting in March, watching through all these movies, prepping up to get ready for it. So, that should happen. I can't guarantee it'll happen. It might not work out. Hopefully we'll be able to work that out. We got a couple other movies from last year, two of them that I actually missed, and I think I'd heard positive things about, but just the way everything worked out, I didn't happen to catch them. Antlers and The Night House. Both of these actually got invited to press screenings, but it was just the way last year just got really busy, really heavy for me. And actually I rearranged this year to try and lessen that. In fact, if I end up doing the Wolf of Scorsese ranking, then that'll be kind of my big project for the year, the one that I spend months and months on. I had like 3 of those last year, which just took too much out of me. And so I just missed these when they came out, Antlers and The Night House. So I'm curious about them. I heard good things, but sometimes the timing just isn't right. Alrighty, couple more movies from this year we're picking up. We've got The Conjuring 3. I dug it. I mean, I know a lot of people had their issues with it, and they had pointing out all these kind of little things that they didn't think worked about the film, or why it was different, or James Wan would have done better. I liked the change of direction, making a little bit of an investigation, moving humans in that are like the bad version of the Warrens. Humans that are bad actors, not in the sense of being bad actors, but that are using these otherworldly things for negative purposes. I dug all of that. Then we had Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City in 4K. That was one that, like, I enjoyed the zombie action. It felt a little bit like the movie was filled with in-jokes, and I wasn't in on the joke because I haven't played the games. Since the movie came out, Cody Leach actually did send me Resident Evil 2 and 3, and I've been starting to play through them, so I'm starting to catch a little bit more onto some of what was up with the movie. But it was a movie that I felt like I would have gotten a lot more of if I was in on the joke, but I wasn't. I know it's not a joke, but same content. And then I thought there was just some weird story issues with it, so I had a couple flaws there. And then final 2 on it, we got Flags of Our Fathers from Clint Eastwood. I've never seen this one, actually. I remember when it came out, I remember it being a big deal, but I just happened to catch it. And then finally, Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. And of course, I love Quentin Tarantino, great director. I love martial arts films, in particular Asian martial arts films and Westerns, and that's combining all of that together in one little package right there. So very cool. Thank you guys so much for stopping to think about me, being willing to send me things, paying attention during my fan mails and Blu-ray haul videos and everything to hear those little phrases, those little stories, and finding the things that I've missed, paying attention to what movies I liked sitting in my way. The fact that you care, the fact that you're paying attention means so much to me. Thank you so much for that. Thank you guys for watching, and keep talking movies and TV too much. Bye-bye.